Howdy folks, it's episode 65 of my blind RS3 Ironman playthrough. Today we're doing a whole bunch of mini quests, which I'm not going to bother summarizing because there's not a lot to talk about, and one technically Grandmaster quest that's called Brink of Extinction. I hope you enjoy. Alright, I've been looking forward to this for months. I want to get rid of this string of Doric and Boric mini quests. Really stresses me out having so many in this list, so I'm going to head over and get started on that now. Alright, here's the first one.
Hello, traveller. What brings you to my humble smithy?
Do you have any more smithing tasks for me?
I do, actually, and I bet it would be right up your street. But before I let you loose on our customers, I have some very specific rules.
I'm listening.
You must smith the items yourself. I don't want you heading to the Grand Exchange or buying them from other people.
Not a problem, sir.
We need to guarantee
I would die
a
before
top
doing that.
quality service, and that means only selling products made by our own hands. Do you understand?
Yep.
Now, are you ready for your first order?
Yep. Special request, you make an iron full helm +1 and deliver it to him. He'll reward you for your time. Okay. Figure you don't need to see me smelt everything, so I'll just show you when I go to turn stuff in. I'm guessing because they had to change this for the rework, they got rid of any voice acting for turning stuff in. So we'll find out. Smithing the helmet on any other anvil will make Doric doubt its quality. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Just disassemble this one, I guess. Okay, making another one on the correct anvil this time. Okay, turning it in here.
Welcome! What brings you to the home of the artisans?
Sure do. Thank you. Alright, just need to do a bunch more of those. Alright, next one. Have you any more smithing tasks for me?
How would you like to help Berthorpe take the fight to the trolls and stop them killing any more innocents?
Well, look at that. They're trying to keep up this whole idea of a new player experience.
That's the attitude to have. I know you have history with them, so I thought, who better than you?
It actually does have a quest requirement.
Commander Denolf is looking to lead another assault on the trolls to drive them back from Berthorpe.
2 steel chain bodies. Okay.
Good. If you do well, Commander
Interesting that
Denolf
whenever
will
there's something
consider
having to do
setting
with
up
the
a regular
rework, there's no
port.
voice acting. Okay, ask about Doric's tasks.
You have my armor. Hand it over, let me look at it. Perfect. I'll get one of the men to distribute these to the troops, and we'll drive those trolls back. You can tell Doric he has an order from me.
Commander, we've got a problem. The trolls took out one of our cannons.
I heard someone teleport in, but I don't see them.
Oh, this is all we need. Without the cannon, we don't have the cover we need to advance on their position.
What should I do? The barrel's ruined.
Nothing. Go back to your post.
Yes, Commander.
For you, however, I have another task. We need the cannon barrel repaired. Head back to Doric. He'll know how to fix it.
Oh, it's a little bit more complicated. Okay. Yeah, someone on YouTube confirmed in a comment my suspicion that this whole, like, troll thing was a directive from the suits to change the new player experience. Make it more active. It's not surprising that they kind of abandoned it right away. Do you know how to repair a cannon barrel?
Aye. With 2 bronze bars and an anvil, I can't see any problem fixing one up. Of course I can, my little apprentice.
And I kept that in because they didn't change. It doesn't use the new smithing rework interface.
And that's how you fix one up. Make sure to use my anvil, though. It's designed especially to deal with these unusual orders.
Okay. I think I, like, specifically have to take the bronze bars out of the metal storage for it to work. Sure. There it goes, cannon part. Okay, repairing this cannon, it looks like. Go back to Commander Denolf, okay.
Thank you for your assistance with the trolls. We can finally work on driving them away from town again. Take this as a reward.
All right. I'm just going to keep pumping all these charges on smithing. Got any more smithing tasks?
Now that you mention it, I might. I've got an extra special customer you can have the pleasure of dealing with.
That sounds ominous.
The generals from the Goblin village north of here have made it known that they would like to purchase some weapons from us. Head up there and find out what they want.
Roger, roger.
Remember, good customer service.
Oh, they have a shield for me for saving Zanuck. Do you have some weapons from Doric? Who Doric? Is he tasty? Just the bash with his hammer. I wonder why these aren't voice acted. Mithril, it's fun to say. I'm gonna bring you a Mithril longsword and a Mithril warhammer. They both would be +1. Oh, that's why it changed. Okay. Gotcha. I guess they just get rid of whatever the voice acting was. That's kind of a bummer. Okay, let's turn these in. You still have to pay? Oh, they give you a book and you read through it quickly. Okay. However you want to put it, guys. Okay, next task.
You might think being a smith is all fun and games, but there's a serious side to the business. You see, one of the tasks we have is designing the burial armor of dwarves who have passed on.
Okay, so this is where they came up with the idea of burial smithing equipment. And then it made more sense when they developed it with the mining and smithing rework. I remember like encountering like, what, burial equipment? Like what? This is such a strange mechanic that's unconveyed.
Like you, as our business partner, to visit the artisan's workshop and learn the art of creating this armor. We create the weapons with which wars are waged. I think it's vital for every smith to understand what that means. I'd like you to head to the artisan's workshop and practice the art of creating burial armor. What do you say?
Sure. Now, that's actually interesting if this introduced burial armor. Obviously, this must predate the release of the smithing rework, but maybe there was a window where there was burial armor, but it wasn't just an automatic thing that you did as part of upgrading armor through multiple stages. I don't know. It's interesting. Adamant burial armor. Okay. All right. Suak, hey, what's going on here? Adamant burial set. Okay. I have to do it as a set. I have to do everything step by step first and then come in here. Okay. It's just like the real normal version of doing it, but I wasn't sure how it worked. All right, making the burial set here. Okay, there's the adamant burial set. I think I have to go back to turn the quest in. Let's see. I'll talk to Suak. Okay. Made the burial armor set you wanted. Okay, got it. Okay, what's next?
Do you ever get bored of making the same old items? Do you ever fancy learning something new?
March all over the world, you get to stay here.
Nonsense! You're a vital part of the operation. Anyway, Commander Montai has requested some armor for his troops on the battlefield south of Ardoin. How would you like to travel there and make the old gnome happy?
Okay. 3 +1 rune swords and 4 gnome steel plate bodies. Gnome plate bodies? I don't know how to make those.
And you call yourself a smith? They're just like regular plate bodies, but...
Tiny?
Don't be such a sizist, but yes, that's the only difference. If you use one of my special anvils, you will be able to convert a normal steel plate body into a gnome plate body.
Okay, thank you. There we go, gnome plate body. It'll be nice and immediate, unlike the other tasks, which is to take forever. Okay, that's fine. Here's the turn in. Hooray! All right, next one. Okay, what's next?
An interesting turn up for the books, this one. The Fremennik, of all people, have requested an order from us. They were the last ones I thought would be contacting us, especially as we're Uterlanders. Do you want to be in charge of this order, then?
Oh, let's do it.
You make an old dwarf happy to see such passion in your belly.
Orichalcum Warhammer +3. Okay, that's pretty brutal. I hope I still have some Orichalcum left over. I do. I think I need 16 to make that. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, delivering this to the guy in Relica. I think this is the turn-in. All right. Still have 2 more Doric quests and then 3 Boric quests. Doric's task 7.
Actually, I've got something quite exciting for you to do right now. You see, every now and then, someone asks for a special commission from smiths. And today, I have one of those requests, and I would like you to complete it.
Sounds good.
My good friend Santiri in Keldagrim has asked us to make a special piece, a first-generation Black Warhammer, the very type used by the founding members of the Black Guard.
That sounds incredible.
Aye, that it is. Now, head to Keldagrim, and Santiri will give you all the information you need.
Sword shop in Northwest Keldagrim. Okay. Santiri. Doric. What do you need to do first? Supreme Commander of the Black Guard has a copy in his office. Okay. Supreme Commander. I think one will be useless, so we were left in the past. Awful weapon will quickly moved away from using. Okay. A free Black Warhammer. I guess it's a Black Guard Warhammer. Guess I could just use this on an anvil. Oh, it's so nice. So nice to not have to deal with the smithing rework. Have your Warhammer. '18th generation Warhammer. Awful. Head to the library. Okay. Here's a librarian. Black Warhammers, first generation. Crush the hammer in a controlled way that wouldn't destroy it. Talk to someone with a specific talent for working with heavy stone. I had to look this up. It's the stonemason that you buy POH materials from. Crushing Warhammers. Okay, that thing. Crushed. Okay. This quest is actually like substantially shorter than any of the other ones because it doesn't have any actual smithing with the smithing rework. Have your Warhammer. perfect. It's crushed, tarnished, and is barely usable. Needs to look more corroded. Okay. Yeah, again, I guess I use this on the well over here. Now it truly looks like crap. Have your Warhammer. It's beautiful. Thank you. Okay, this is the last Doric task.
Hello, traveler. We may do, but I'm not sure it's one we want to accept. When we woke up this morning, a note had been pushed under the door asking for some weapons, but no name was left on it. All seems a bit suspicious to me. What do you think we should do? Are you sure? I'm not so sure we should be providing weapons to someone who doesn't want to be known.
Sure, it'll be fine.
If you say so. Though, keep an eye out for who comes to pick them up. Okay, well, here's the note, and a crate to place the weapons in. Let me know how you get on.
Okay. Chromium great axes. Fortunately, I have plenty of necronium left. Okay, made these items. We go turn them in somewhere in Falador. This tree stump here. Who's gonna collect them? Monkey? It's funny. Oh, a little monkey. Those weapons are dangerous. The world fades to black as the banana hits your face. Nice. Oh, so that's just the last one. I guess we gotta do the Boric ones now. I think those are more mining oriented than smithing oriented, so I'll switch my gear here. Oh, I just saw the monkey note. Thank you for helping further our cause. Your efforts have been noted. Sorry about knocking you out. No hard feelings? Alright, gotta head down these stairs and then talk to Boric.
Good to see you again, partner. Is there anything you need?
Gonna be mining tasks for me?
I might do. Demand is higher than ever. But we're struggling to keep up our supplies to meet all the orders. If we start missing deadlines, we're going to undo all the good work we've put in so far.
Okay.
We need coal more than anything else. It's used to keep the forge burning. There are coal trucks to the west of Sears Village, which allow the gathering of coal in bulk. Head there and gather 30 pieces of coal into one of the trucks. We've got a guy out there already. Let him know when you're done.
Okay, no problem. You can just talk to this miner. Okay, easy peasy. Let's get the next one.
I've just heard that one of our miners was attacked. It was a living rock brawler, the same type that attacked you when we first met.
Oh yeah.
Aye, I do. He spoke about wanting to refine the spell. Would you clear the brawlers out of the mining sites again?
Okay.
Thank you. Take this note. It has all the mining sites you need to visit. Oh, and please be discreet about my involvement in this. I don't want our workers to get the wrong impression.
Dokie, so we're going to northeast of Arduin, Alcarid, Brimhaven, Lumbridge Swamp, Agility Pyramid. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was quick. Kill this thing like immediately. That's easy enough. Okay. Al-Kharid, I guess? It died so quickly I wasn't able to click restart recording. Okay, so Lumbridge, Karamja, Legends Guild. No. Didn't realize there was an achievement for that. Okay. Alright, this is the second to last one. Apparently these all have achievements associated with them. There it is. Alright, last one's in Brimhaven. Okay, I think this is the last one. There it is. Alright, I just have to go back to Boric after all that? Yeah, back to Boric. Killed all the living rock creatures.
Thank you.
Okay, and then there's one more, and then I finally have cleared this horrible list.
Partner. Is there anything you need? Exciting times are upon us. After a tough negotiation session, I have managed to secure a deal with the Mining Guild themselves to provide us with all the supplies we could ever need. Well, almost.
Almost?
Well, they want a show of commitment before they give us supplies.
Okay.
The Guild would like to see the owners of the business, that's us, prove we're as happy to do the menial tasks as our workers. As I'm the brains behind the outfit, and Father needs to take it easy these days, you're the perfect choice.
Go to the Mining Guild in Valador, bring back 15 ore halkite, 10 runite ore. Okay, that must be different because that did change in the rework. Boric sent me here to mine some ores. Okay. Need, what, 15 ore calcite and 10 runite ore? You've gathered enough ore to satisfy the Mining Guild dwarves. Okay, so I guess I just go straight back to Boric.
Great stuff. I've already had word from the Guild. Because of your hard work, they're willing to supply us with as much ore as we need from now on.
Okay, that's it. I'm so happy to have that cleared off the list.
Thanks to you, Doric and Son are an unstoppable force, ready to take over the world.
Dumping everything on smithing, because mining is always going to be ahead of smithing anyway. Yeah, so that leaves us with 163,000 smithing bonus XP. It's not bad. Should be an agility level up here from Tears of Guthix. Yeah, agility 93. Probably going to catch up to prayer, although I got a ways to go, so like 600k. Okay, Brink of Extinction, first quest since the release of EOC.
We require your assistance.
And it's voice acted, which is nice.
Tsar wants you to lead the expedition into the Elder Kiln and resurrect greatest Tsar champions. First, we must choose which of our fallen legends shall live on within the body of a Garl.
Zarnegek is the obvious choice. He was the greatest of our caste, and much knowledge of our ancient magic was lost in his passing.
I also nominate Zarket Teg and the Great Hunter, Zar Zilkan.
Agreed. Their endurance in the fight pit was legendary, and since their return to stone, neither caste has equaled their technique. During your search of the city, round up 3 Garl and send them to this plaza. They shall have the honor of bearing the memories of our lost champions.
Finally, the Garl shall have value and purpose.
Sure, that's fine, and not a problem at all. It's a cutscene.
Hatches. I hope this one will...
Nope, they're all Gaul.
Another Garl. Throw it in the fight pit with the others. I bombarded Zar Zilril's egg with fire spells to battle the chill wind. I stood vigil. I nurtured his egg. Now all the memories that he carried through the centuries will die with him.
That sucks. But the guy it wants me to talk to? Where is he? Quest guide doesn't say that, but why would it show me that cutscene?
Our city not usually so cold. A giant. Your kind do not often stray near our birthing pools. Most fight in pit, cave, or kiln. If you are here to steal our eggs,
Turn back or
I
perish.
just did a quest to help you guys with this.
Back is west of Plaza. Tsar Mayhead helped a Jalit mage, charged his staff. Jalit gave Toggle. Tsar Mayhead does not know why.
That's the Tokal I'm looking
Why
for.
do you want Toggle? Toggle is body of Tsar ancestor. Never mind. Take Toggle. Tsar Mayhead must tend to eggs. Must fight cold. More dead eggs in every batch.
Poor guy.
Well done. You found the Toggle of Zarmegek. Bring it to us in the plaza when you are ready.
Okay, so presumably I need to get all of them first before I do this. I'm kind of not sure. I don't know if there's like other cutscenes that are supposed to trigger for me to find the other ones. Just gonna check the wiki. It does say that I need to mine a statue to get one of them, which is kind of cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Statue's literally made of the Tokal.
Well done. That Toggle must be whole. Melt fragments and reforge Champion's Toggle in the lava furnace in Southeast Plaza.
Okay. I have another statue to mine here.
You must reforge the fragments in a lava furnace. There is one in the Southeast Plaza.
Roger. This lava furnace here. This quest requires mining and smithing, and that's it. 72 mining, 80 smithing, I guess, for this stage.
Excellent. The Toggle is made whole. Bring it to us in the plaza when you are ready.
Okie dokie. These guys.
Is it cold in here? Or is it just Zarmayak?
Splendid.
We still require 3 Gao to bear the memories of our great champions.
Okay. This quest is kind of abrupt compared to some of the other ones, even the one right before this one. Gaul over here. Yes, the plaza. Another one here. There's the third one down here. Really glad those guys are voice acted. Okay.
You
Good
have done
now.
well, Yatar. We are ready to enter the Elder Kiln. We shall meet you at the entrance.
Okay. Oh, it's like over here somewhere, right? Here we go. Enter the Elder Kiln. Yes. Brink of Extinction. Okay.
So, our wayward brethren have finally returned.
You are Tokar Hawk. Galzox spoke of you. You speak for the Tokar.
Yes, we have adopted a form convenient for communicating with non-Tokar. Are you ready to join us in the sacred lava, as our masters intended? Join you? No. We wish you to fuse the Toggle of our greatest champions with these Gal, as you did to Galzox. Ah yes, how is my little Gal? He lingers sometimes on the periphery between our kiln and your wretched city. He seems to regret his transformation. It will not work, sir. These Gal are too weak. Your greatest champion shall return to the sacred lava and become Tok'ar. But you may proceed, if you wish.
I fear losing the toggle of our fallen champions. What do you think we should do, Yatar?
This is wrong.
Gala aberrations, no place in Tsar City. The Elder Kiln shall bestow value upon Gal by bearing the memories of their ancestors.
Okay. One of these cool new cutscene modes that they came up with. Oh wow, that's exciting.
Gal Zox, what have you done? You have slain Zarmeyak on sacred ground.
Yeah, you kind of sucked.
Sacred? How dare you hide behind sanctimony, you who torture the innocent for your own selfish aims?
We do this to save the Tsar from extinction, Gal Zox. The Tokul of our ancestors shall...
No! No Garl shall endure the suffering you forced upon me, as long as I am alive to protect them.
Pursue him, Yatar. Use the communication orb to track down Gal Zox.
I don't know, I feel like I'm on Gal Zox's side, but okay.
Champions, Tokul.
Okay. Track the Tokul he's carrying. South and to the east, okay. Directly ahead of me, okay. I guess this is wave-based combat again, which is probably going to be fine. I brought some resources just in case, but who knows if I'll actually need them. Oh shit. Okay, well there's dialogue I'm gonna try not to skip next time. Kind of a problem when you have voice acting and a lot of text that triggers when you're walking, that walking always cancels text. It's something they could fix at some point. You leave the cave and return, this cave will remain cleared. Okay, so there's an obsidian mace, an obsidian sword, obsidian knife, some kind of puzzle in this room, I guess. I don't see what I'm supposed to interact with. Scales appear old and sacred. Is it like a weight thing? Let me just try doing the opposite of what I had. That seems to have worked. Okay.
Gal Zox no doubt sealed the gate to slow your progress. Do not let him get away.
Sure. Okay, multiple waves now, okay. Maybe these are the blobs. I don't think I need to bother with praying or anything like that, but we'll see. These are some of the same things from the actual fight caves. It looks like the bats still drain my prayer. Okay, what are we doing here? Ket, Shill, Medj. Is this the combat triangle? This is melee, ranged, magic. Oh, I see. Appreciate they have the little arrows on the ground. Okay, I think I have the idea. It's just the combat triangle, so I gotta push the ranger now into place, and we should have it. One more. Okay, well, that's kind of a cool puzzle. Man, I can stop just clicking on the floor and missing dialogue. It's so annoying.
Do you see that shelf of reading orbs near the gate? They may yield valuable information.
Okay.
The script on these reading orbs is ancient. The elements have worn away much of the original text. You have found an account of one of the first Tsar to depart the Elder Kiln. According to the text, this tunnel is part of the original network they carved while seeking out a new home. The tunnel connects Tsar City to something called the Zkotzo, a ring of living fire. Odd. I have no memory of this tunnel, or the Zkotzo.
Voice actors are trying really hard with the Tsar pronunciation. It was funny that it was it Gal Zox? So the first X is pronounced as a Z, but the second X is pronounced as an X.
Blast! Karlzox eluded us. Search the chamber for a way to open that gate.
Okay. I feel like maybe this place especially doesn't benefit from the middays skybox, but is it like so dark that I can't see if I turn it off? No, it looks okay. It's decently lit. This is still pre-formal skybox release as far as I know.
This.
Oh, God damn it, it happened again. I'm just trying to click. Don't stand on the hot stuff, I assume. Okay. Oh, it's kind of neat. A little bit more complicated than what you usually get. It still doesn't require EOC though. Is that it? Anything else going on here? Oh, I'm supposed to wait for something else to happen here. Oh yeah, I'm killing them too fast. So that's no longer an EOC problem, that's a necromancy problem, I guess. And or the combat rework. There's a Tokar Ket champion. Okay.
You fought well, Ika. Recover the champion's mold. It may be useful in your journey.
Alright. Obsidian Mall. On the scales, I guess. Get more Zar lore over here.
One of these reading orbs contains the record of a Zar architect. There is more information about the Skotzo. He describes the Skotzo as a circular conduit of lava. Both ends connect to the Elder Kiln, and sacred lava flows through the conduit in a clockwise direction. The Tsar did not create this lava conduit, nor did the Tokar. It is part of the ancient kiln. The function of the lava conduit is to cycle the flow of sacred lava through the Elder Kiln, maintaining its temperature, purity, and fluidity. The crucible of lava in this room is a node of the conduit. These crucibles collect boiling lava until it overflows into a drainage canal. The conduit then carries the sacred lava into the next node in the circulatory system, until the treated lava is returned to the Elder Kiln. According to the schematics, sacred lava should be pouring from the statue head into the crucible. Perhaps we will find the cause of the blockage at the mouth of the conduit.
I don't think this quest needed voice acting. I mean, it's kind of cool, like, hearing the lore, but just having a person read a book to you, basically. I don't know. The Gaul Zoc scene was kind of neat. Alright, what do we got going on here? There's a throwing ring. Knife. A sword. Oh, it's based on what the statue is next to it. A mace. A maul and a staff. So the Ket has mace. Chill is a ranger. Medj is a mage. Oh, I guess it looks like it's holding a sword. Got it? Alright. I did it again. I don't think he said anything important. He just said go through the gate. Okay. Oh, more shit. Probably still don't have to pray against this guy. I do kind of like the redesign of the different Tsar from the fight caves. Not terrible. Okay, so there's pedestals. Oh, it's Simon Says. know how long I have to do this for. Get it? Okay, it was 8. It wasn't too bad.
This must be another node in the lava conduit. At this rate, we will soon reach the source.
Okay, got another one of these floors over here. Same deal, I'm guessing. Don't stand in the bed.
More sacred lava than the last chamber. Prepare to endure a longer battle.
Don't think that needs... don't think that's necessary. Those guys hit a little hard. Go ahead and turn on Soul Split, I guess. Do-do-do. I think there's something I have to stun at some point in this quest. I was trying to figure out, like, how does this use EOC, if at all? Maybe it was already in the pipeline while EOC was getting pushed. Because this would work completely fine so far as a just normal quest with the old combat system.
Well done. You vanquished the Tokar that lingered here. Continue on your journey.
Okay, got another door open.
My divination spell fades as you proceed deeper into the tunnel. I fear we shall not maintain contact for much longer.
Okay.
I sense that Garl Zox is close. Apprehend him and recover the precious Kokul. He must be made to answer for his crimes.
I don't know that... I guess the game, like, allows you to be on Galzox's side, but not really. Okay, we're doing this puzzle again. Stone tablet. Blunt is defender. Okay, Ket means blunt, defender, guard, large. Shill means sharp, hunter, killer, dangerous. Med means magic, mage, priest, parent. Fur means small, crafter, builder, sculptor. Okay. Puzzles are kind of weak. I like the combat triangle one, but... Ket her. Okay, so I need both. Ket her... Blunt, defender, guard, large, small, crafter, builder, sculpt. I guess because it's blunt is the idea. Mace. Medj is still just the staff, right? No change there. I did it based on name last time, so this feels like a degenerate puzzle to the last one, but I guess I was supposed to look at what they were physically holding. The Ket by itself, I guess, is the maul, then. Okay, that works. What's next? This is an extremely odd quest. It feels like it's a rushed conclusion to the previous Tsar quest, which I thought was a little bit more interesting. It's like they were planning on doing a big sequel, then they had to just kind of like wrap it up really fast. It'd be funny if I don't even need to pray against that guy. Alright, we're trying to make this emblem thing down here, presumably. Can I move it or just rotate it? It's like just rotate it. Okay, I think I almost got it here, just this last piece. Alright. Another one of these. Gall shocks. This may be the one where I need protection from melee. And I have to stun.
Wait! Let me explain. This outlet is the mouth of a circulation conduit, intended to channel the sacred lava from the kiln around the Tsar city. The Tokar shut off the conduit, and are responsible for the cooling of the volcano. Without the heat from the kiln, Tsar eggs cannot be incubated, and are born as Garb.
Okay.
If we can get the lava flowing again, the city will be hot enough for Tsar eggs to be born healthy. Please, help me activate the mechanism.
I am happy to help you. Oh, geez.
My little gal, you disappoint us. You should not have drawn attention to the lava conduit. We sealed this chamber for good reason. If it is a fight you want, then a fight you shall have. We have longed for an opportunity to test this great human's mettle.
Alright, here we go.
That's all comments.
He does hit a little hard. Don't think I need to care about any of the ads. He's still like a total pushover, isn't he? I must regenerate. That's when I need to stun him, right? Oh yeah, it gives you a tip in the corner. It says, hit it with a stunning ability like backhand, kick, binding shot, impact, or bash.
You have bested us. We shall withdraw to the Elder Kiln.
Probably didn't need to pray. I probably would have been fine. It's kind of neat to actually have to press a button, though, I guess. Okay.
Did it! You defeated Tokar! The sacred lava is once again flowing from the kiln. Soon, the city will be bathed in scorching heat. The Tokal. We must dissolve the Tokal in the sacred lava. It's the only way to release the suffering dead from their torment.
I think more than words to convince this
The
Armedge.
only way the Tsar can understand the suffering of Tokal is to experience it for themselves. I know what must be done. Contact Tsar Medjay and convince him to meet us in the Elder Kiln.
Okay, back to the Elder Kiln. Got it. Let's go forward or back? Travel the Elder Kiln.
Nurturing heat is pouring into Tsar City. Sami at Birthing Pool reports that eggs are growing into healthy Tsar. Is this your doing?
Skull Zox is doing, actually.
Tsar owe you great debt. What of Gal's?
No, he's the one who saved
Is
everyone.
he ready to answer for his crimes? Very well. I shall meet you in the Elder Kiln. I have many questions for Tokar Hawk.
Welcome, human. You fought with great vigor and skill. It was an honor to spar with you. We learned much of your technique. We are eager to learn more.
Can you believe this? After all that we have endured, Tsar Medjay still wishes to reforge the Gala's hosts for their dead Tsar.
Of course. The Gal are now a precious, finite resource. We promise to no longer sentence the Gal to
Okay,
death.
this seems
for
bad.
finite. They are too valuable as living vessels for our lost ancestors. When the last Gal has been put to profitable use, the Tsar can put this worrisome time of change behind us.
Why must the Tsar be so stubborn? You will not listen to me.
It's definitely the
You will
best
not
part of the quest
listen
here
to
at the
Tsar
end.
Ket Yatal, whose memories of the crushing torment of the cold live inside me. Will you listen to Zarmayak? Will you listen to one of your own caste, the Tsar that died at my hand?
We shall forge this Gal a second time on one condition. Our minions shall evermore engage in glorious battle with this human, this surface dweller who vanquished us in combat.
Okay. I feel like we're undercutting the really important moral question here with like, and now you get access to a new minigame.
We shall learn his technique, hone our skills, and probe his defenses for weakness.
Giant, do you agree to these terms?
Excellent. There is much the Tok'ra can learn from you, human. Now, Tsar, witness the fate that awaits those that live outside the Elder Kiln.
What a confusing quest. I mean, it's not confusing, it's very straightforward, but
Release. I am free.
it's weird that we don't really resolve what
How can this
Galzox
be?
is saying.
I am in the body of a Gal.
I'm here, barely. The pain. Zarmayak has suffered so.
It's so fucked up.
Please, release me from this torment. Let me die. I beg you.
Zarmayak, does the Gal speak the truth? Are you back from the dead? Or are you only a memory?
I never died. All of us, every Tsar who has ever lived, we suffer in agony. The pressure, the pain. Release us. Dissolve our remains in the sacred lava. We call out to you from our obsidian prisons, but you cannot hear our silent screams.
Ah, you. Finally. Convinced.
I hope so.
Yes. I shall do as you ask. We cannot use the trapped souls of our dead as currency, though change does not come easily to the Tsar. For the sake of our ancestors, we must forge a different path.
Thank you. You have proven your points, my little girl. You have suffered a long time for your ideals. Do you wish to return to the sacred lava? We can finally end your suffering.
But what of the...
Let me die. Please.
Hush. But what will become of the Gal? I long for relief.
That's nice. I like that
My
part.
work is not yet finished.
Give me one reason that the Gal are worth saving.
They're beings.
I solemnly vow to both of you, that the Tsar shall take responsibility for nurturing and training the Gal. We shall teach them the Tsar language. We shall teach them our ways of combat, of honor. The Gal will forge their own destinies.
Thank you, Zarmeshe. I am ready to die. Before I go, I want to thank you, human. You nurtured me where others thought me worthless. You fought for my kind, and I have learned much from you. The Tsar have much to learn from humanity, of compassion, of respect. There are other ways to vanquish an enemy than by blade, mace, or star.
I wish the quest was more about that. I like this ending, but I'm not sure the quest earned it. And it's like the reason I'm not sure I like this quest is kind of complicated.
Whatever.
I like what he's saying. I like the theme that they're going for.
Beyond the confines of stone or flesh, I hope that we shall meet again. Goodbye, my friend.
That sucks, but that's a good ending. I'm happy that you don't just get out of it free. That's to sacrifice something. Okay, bye. A nice scene.
Fellow Tsar, we have gathered this day to celebrate, to honor deeds of this giant, this human, this outsider, has fought back against those that would threaten Tsar society.
Like you, for example.
He has protected Tsar with unceasing courage and boundless ingenuity. For a long time, Tsar have suffered terrible change. Our city has cooled. Our precious eggs have died, or born different. Tsar did not know why. Tsar did not act until it was too late. Jaliet took action. Jaliet discovered threat at heart of our volcano home. Discovered old Tsar, the Tokar, that live in Secret Kiln.
I'll try to articulate my thoughts on this quest more in the summary, but briefly what bothers me about it is that, like, this guy basically got his way the entire time, even in the previous quest, right? Even though the previous quest is definitely about the fact that the Gaul shouldn't be being treated this way, right? And Galzox is telling them, don't treat us this way, this is fucked up, this is what's actually happening, I need you to listen to me. Like, it's okay if he's a villain and he's not listening to him because he's a bad guy, but he's presented as, like, the person running the quest. And the only reason he finds out that he's factually incorrect about the matter is when he still gets his way, right? When he rebirths the Tazar guy. So I don't know. I mean, it's okay for that kind of thing to happen. I don't think we need to win by, you know, using words to convince the guy. I feel like it's a legitimate storytelling point to reveal a truth to everyone that's been hidden from them, right? By having the dead warrior come back and say that he's in horrible pain and he wants to die. I don't know. I just wish the quest had been oriented more differently, so it felt like the Galzox was earning that, and that this was a result of him taking deliberate action to sacrifice himself instead of it just happening to be revealed that the bad guys are wrong. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'll think about it more.
Jaliet discovered plot to destroy Tsar. Jaliet discovered cause of birth of Gaul. Jaliet fought the Tokar back to their kiln. Jaliet restored heat to Tsar city. Jaliet has proven he is far more than mere Jaliet.
It's a very like subtle problem with storytelling where it's like, is the bad guy wrong because his ideology is wrong? Or is the bad guy wrong because he's factually mistaken about how things work in the world? And both can be true, but the first one is a lot more like interesting and emotionally resonant for the audience than the second one. And I think that this had both of those things going on, but it really focused on the second one, and that's why I think this ending feels kind of abrupt.
Henceforth, this Jaliet is not outsider. He shall be known as Tsar. Treat him as you would any Tsar. Honor
That's
this
cool.
great warrior, defender of Tsar.
Hooray! Mild clapping sound effects from the stone creatures. Holy shit, that's a lot of XP. Alright. Definitely put that on range, since the most annoying one to train. 275,000 XP. And 350 quest points. I'll go get that reward real quick. Brink of Extinction is one of the most disappointing quests I've ever done in this game. Like, theoretically, it's the Grandmaster conclusion to the Tsar storyline, but I think it falls apart in a lot of different ways. The conclusion of the prior Tsar quest, which felt like it was a build-up to a big, Grandmaster conclusion, was about the Tsar and Tokal and how when Tsar die, they turn into Tokal, and being Tokal is like misery. It's like you're constantly in pain and pressure. It was also about how the Gaul, the like lowest caste of Tsar society, are mistreated, that they're treated as having no personality, no soul, but then we befriend a Gaul who clearly does have a personality and a soul. So this is a pretty normal fantasy story, right? Like, we've encountered this formula of fantasy story of there's a civilization that treats one of its members unfairly as though it's, subhuman, subsapient in this case, and they're wrong, and we're going to fight back against that civilization, right? The previous quest, Elder Kiln, really led me to believe that the Grandmaster quest would be teaming up with Gul Zox, the Gaul who you prove is like a full being, teaming up with Gul Zox to fight against the repression of Tsar society. And it was going to be a big, epic, overarching, world-spanning adventure like all the other Grandmaster quests in the game. Instead, Brink of Extinction feels like it actually has less going on than the Elder Kiln, like there's less to do. Just mechanically, it's a pretty short, kind of boring quest. It feels like the JMods who wrote Elder Kiln had lofty visions for what they wanted this quest to be, and then somebody else took over it and didn't have anywhere near enough time or budget to finish it. Practically, it's a series of rooms with very easy enemies, much like Elder Kiln, and a bunch of puzzles, most of which are pretty boring or are duplicates of puzzles we've seen elsewhere in the game at this point, which, as I've said before, is to be expected. Like, there's only so many puzzles that can exist. RuneScape is always finding new ways to do a sliding block puzzle, right? The story is extremely weak, in my opinion, and it's kind of difficult to articulate what makes it weak. Because the end of the previous episode, we learned two really important things. The Tsar are wrong about Tokal, and the Tsar are wrong about the Gaul. But this quest begins as though the previous quest didn't happen at all, and has the Tsar asking you again to persecute a Gaul, the same Gaul that you helped in the previous quest, Gul Zox. And they're also obsessed with like restoring to life their dead warriors by like taking their Tokal and imbuing them into Gaul, which Gul Zox already established is a terrible idea, because if you bring them back to life, they're going to have these memories of just having been in hell for like decades or centuries or millennia. So it feels very weird to put us on the side of what I would say the bad guys. Like the antagonist that you fight at the end of the quest is the Tokar guy, the guy from the end of the Elder Kiln. But really, to me, the antagonist of this quest is your ally, the Tsars who are sending you in to chase Gul Zox, because Gul Zox did nothing wrong. And that's not like my weird moral hot take. Like, that's the conclusion of the story, is that Gul Zox was right the whole time. So what are we even doing this for, guys? This quest feels very strange. It feels kind of amateurish. It does not need to be voice acted. It's fully voice acted for basically no reason. You kind of have a guy on the cell phone calling you like it's Diablo 3, just basically stating what's going on in the room that you're in. So they're not like using the voice acting for emotional performances like they did in One Piercing Note. It probably was a waste of money. There are a couple interesting scenes toward the end where Gul Zox like emotionally sacrifices himself for society, but it doesn't feel like the quest earns that. Like, I can imagine the good version of this quest that's almost the exact same story beats, just presented from a slightly different perspective and focused more on us allying with the protagonist, the good guy, instead of with the bad guys. This has a similar problem I've seen in some fiction before, where like the problem with the antagonist, so again, I'm calling the antagonist the Tsar who you're helping to persecute the Gaul. The problem with those Tsar is that they're factually mistaken, right? The way that we defeat them is by proving, essentially in a court of law, that they are incorrect about the way Tokal work and they're incorrect about the Gaul. The big climax of the quest is that the Gul Zox is begging you, please don't do this. This is horrible. Like, Tokal are basically dead Tsar trapped in hell. Don't restore them, don't restore them. And then, like, the bad guy gets his way, restores the memory of a dead warrior inside of Gul Zox. The warrior half of Gul Zox is like screaming in agony and begging for death. And then Gul Zox ends up sacrificing himself, even though he was just moments ago begging you not to restore his memories. So like he's like taking one for the team because nobody chose to listen to him. Right? To me, that's the problem, is that the quest is about how the Tsar are ideologically wrong. Like, it's morally wrong to persecute members of your society and treat them as soulless when they're not. And it's morally wrong to ignore their cries for help and ignore their arguments for why you shouldn't do a thing. But the way that we stop them isn't by defeating their ideology. It's by just letting them have their way and then demonstrating with facts that they're incorrect. I was talking about this in my Discord and I described it like this. It would be like if you were watching Star Wars You start by meeting a member of the rebellion. Let's say that's like Luke Skywalker or something. You're like, hey, Luke Skywalker, what's up? But then like you're recruited by the Empire, and the Empire sends you to capture and stop Luke Skywalker, even though the story has heavily conveyed to you that Luke Skywalker is the good guy. So you capture Luke Skywalker and you bring him to the Empire, holding him prisoner. And Luke Skywalker's like, no, you can't do this. The Empire, they have a Death Star. They're going to destroy entire planets. And then the Empire guy who you're working for, he just looks at you. He's like, what? This? The Death Star? This doesn't destroy planets. It does something totally different. Let me show you. And then he like pulls a switch and the Death Star destroys Tatooine. And then the Empire guy's just like, oh, shit, whoops. I guess it does destroy planets. My bad. And then a dejected Luke Skywalker's like, I guess I need to commit suicide now. And he dies. That's not an exact match, but that's what Brink of Extinction feels like to play. Yeah, super disappointing Grandmaster quest. I'm really glad that Old School has kept the sanctity of the Grandmaster quest, that they haven't violated that if they're going to release a GM quest, it's going to feel like, you know, Dragon Slayer 2 or While Gothic Sleeps or whatever. It's not going to be a little dinky, ran out of money quest like this one. Given that this was the first formal quest to release after EOC, I wouldn't be surprised if the EOC launch interrupted the development of this quest in some way. It has a very rushed use case for EOC at the very end of the quest. It doesn't need to have EOC at all. It could work in Old School combat. Like, you could port most of this quest today, but at the very end, it asks you to stun the boss so that it can't heal. So if you told me that they like patched that in at the last second because the quest was already like out the door while they were getting EOC implemented, I would believe you. Yeah. Anyway, Brink of Extinction, lame quest. Pretty pissed about this. The next mini quest is called Wandering Gaul, which apparently was only added because a JMod made a mistake in the previous quest. There was some lore that they said was available that wasn't actually available, but it requires a Ring of Stone, which is a 1 in 5,000 drop from Tazar, or 300,000 Tokul, just to get the quest out of my log. So I might have to skip this one, like for practical reasons, because I don't have hours and hours and hours to farm Zar for this drop, or to get the necessary amount of Tokul. I guess I have 193k Tokul, so I'm already more than halfway there, but I would be spending literally all of it for this stupid quest. Okay, let me try to figure something out. Looks like the Tokul drop rate has been increased substantially in RS3. I don't know when this happened, but they do drop like near 1,000 sometimes, so maybe this is just the way to go, just chilling here. I might go actually have a freaking candy loop for once. I might go try to get aggression potions, which requires lava strike worms, I think, so that I can AFK this instead of having to click constantly, but still like super annoying. What a bizarre choice. I guess at some point in history you were able to craft one of these, and then they just stopped that being the case. These guys drop enough Tokul and it's fast enough that I probably don't need to bother going and getting an aggression potion. I just have to sit and do this for like an hour or something. Yeah, 205k I'm up to already, which isn't too bad. And I'm trying to check the wiki to see when they changed it so that these guys drop way more Tokul, because it's like huge compared to Old School RuneScape, where every Tazar you kill drops like, you know, single digit, sometimes low double digit Tokul. I guess I'm happy that that's the case, that this isn't going to be like a 20-hour grind, but at the same time, like, it's really weird. I guess what actually happened was, in the past, the Onyx ring could be enchanted into a Ring of Stone, which is completely useless cosmetic. And they decided to give it a use in this mini quest. But I have tons of Onyx, and I even have some Onyx rings that I got from my thieving grind, I think. So I would be happy to just use an Onyx ring, but I can't, so I have to grind out 300k Tokul. I guess I'm grateful that I already have as much as I have. I don't know where most of this came from, to be honest. It might have been from farming requests a while ago. I think there's a farming request that gives like 15k Tokul, and before I was basically done with farming, I was doing those farming requests whenever I had the opportunity for the rep. So that's probably why this is even possible in the first place. Okay, it took me like an hour, but I got enough Tokul to buy the ring. Really glad I had all that stuff from farming requests. Hopefully I don't need Tokul for anything else. Ring of Stone, sure. Feels like a waste, but that's fine. I'm gonna go finish up Wandering Gaul and Koschei's Trouble here in a second, but I have an honest-to-God candy loop right now. I really want more dwarf weed seeds, because that's the main thing holding me back from finishing my herblore grind. So to get those, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is try to finish the Arduin achievements, which I think I qualify for all of them, and none of them are particularly difficult to get, which gives me a pickpocketing chance increase, and I'm curious if that's enough to be able to pickpocket Cruxicol druids without ever failing, because then I could just AFK the game and like get chores done around the house, which would be fantastic. I haven't been able to do that for like months because this game is substantially less AFK overall than old school. Yeah, I'm gonna see. It might not be enough. I might need the stupid aura that requires the premium shop that I refuse to interact with. If that's the case, then I won't do it, but I may as well do the achievement set here in a sec. I think I could do almost every achievement set if I wanted to, but I'm substantially less incentivized to do that in this game since most of the rewards are pretty useless. Okay, so I gotta do medium, which I never actually did. So yes, I have never had the trivial manor farm teleport that most people have access to. I guess getting through elite will give me infinite uses of that. Honestly, I don't want home teleport to be instant because I tend to do a lot of like work and little bits of AFK. I squeeze in a little bit of extra AFK every here and there whenever I teleport somewhere, like run up and grab some water. Okay, I gotta pull this lever to go to the wilderness. That's fine. Bunch of things I have to do at the Urania altar, including teleporting there using the lunar spellbook, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap to that really quick. I think this is my best way to swap to it. I'm sure there's other spellbook swapping in RS3 that I don't know about or forgot about. Okay, here we go. So it's Urania teleport. Oh, I have to talk to Baba Yaga first. Okay, I guess I have bought runes from her every day for months, but never actually talked to her. Spell I can't use in my spellbook. This is the same as OSRS. Unlock the spell Urania teleport. Okay, so then we cast it. And now we're here. And then I have to like take runes out of a giant pouch and also craft on it with my Abyssal Titan. Okay, so I think I just right click empty. There we go. It gave it to me. Craft runes. Got Abyssal Valet, and I know a shortcut. And I got a new appearance for the pet Zez. Okay. Oh, that's from getting 10,000 rune score, apparently. I do something at the Tower of Life. This is something I actually have to do on my Bonfire Man account. That works. Okay, next task is harvesting watermelons. There we go. Name some buckets of sand from Bert. Alright, pickpocketing this master farmer. There it is. Okay, search for traps. Got it. Okay, I think I can catch a fish here. Got it. It does make me kind of sad because there was nothing I was more excited about than doing the diaries that I qualified for in old school RuneScape. So most of them being pointless in this game kind of makes me sad. Really annoying step after Kenneth's Concern where you have to get rubium and sell it for like a couple coins, but I'll get it. Okay, that was super annoying what we got here. Just need to get one, I think, to sell. Okay. All right, selling this to Ezekiel. 10 GP, totally not worth it. Really hate Kenneth's Concern. I hate everything they did with the slugs. I would be really happy if Old School did a slug spinoff that was good. I have to take a balloon to Castle Wars, which is a little annoying, but I should be able to do it. I feel like I had to do this as part of Enlightened Journey, but maybe it's moved or something? Because I don't see the... Maybe I have to start from Entrana. Let's see. Okay, boarding the balloon, following the guide to get to Castle Wars successfully. Had some problems with that because I misinterpreted what it said on the wiki, but I got it. Travel to Castle Wars. Okay, now I have to do something with the enchanted key. I have to go back in time and talk to the lady. Okay, I gotta go to the past here. I just have to talk to Sarah about herb lore. Let me make sure there's nothing else that requires me to come here because this is kind of a hassle. How's things? I'll call it herb lore. You should probably call it Marstead's lore. That's funny. Alright, that's the medium task done. I'm going to do the hard tasks right away. Fortunately, I'm not going to be able to do this all today because I have to wait 3 hours to be able to fight this thing, I think. Okay, so you check its health. Left alone for 3 hours. Turns wild. You can kill it for Slayer XP. Okay, well, I'll do everything else that I can do in the meantime. Okay, I think this is an elite achievement. I'm just getting it out of the way. Gave it to me. Cooker Rocktail on the Witch Haven dock. Gotta kill a shadow warrior in the Legends Guild basement. There it is. Getting somebody on Discord to help me out with the Castle Wars achievements. Thank you, Scream, for logging in really quick. Help me with this. I would just do this with an alt, but Castle Wars is members only in RS3, which is really funny. Oh my god, apparently RS3 is a mandatory 5v5 for Castle Wars. You can just do 1v1 in old school and AFK it. There happen to be people playing it on the Castle Wars world. I'm gonna try to get a catapult achievement, and then I have to win a game. You need a rock to launch from the catapult. Okay, where's the rock? Fire, oh, I see. Congratulations, you've completed artillery strike. Okay. Okay, I was able to bring a flag over here and get 1 point. I think everyone here is either AFKing for Taller or they're trying to get like a comp cape requirement or something, but I'm just gonna sit here for 14 minutes. Task complete. Okay, I was a little worried about that one. Let me try to do the rest of them here. I have to use a portal here. Okay. Next up, I need Gloves of Silence, so I have to get 2 Dark Kebbit furs, which I think I don't need any gear for. I just have to go to the falconry section. That's 1. The animation for that's really great. I haven't learned how to cast the Watchtower teleport? Really? Read the spell scroll received from the Watchtower wizard after completing the quest. Say, I lost the scroll you gave me. I don't know why I didn't do that before. That's really weird. Okay, cast a spell, and I have to pick someone's pocket here as well. These guys. Perfect. 99 thieving. There we go. Gotta cross these monkey bars. I get a blood rune from this chest. There it goes. Gotta do the air guitar emote here. This is from unlocking a bunch of songs. It's funny, I think you only get that when you have all those songs in old school. Catching a red salamander real quick. Got it. Frog eel. Alright, I've got everything done, I think. Let me check. Yeah, I just need the vine one, which will be in a couple hours before I can do it. And then I just need picklock the door to the basement in the Yanil agility dungeon and make a rune crossbow from scratch. Okay. Doing the rune crossbow from scratch now. And then I do this. And we make a regular rune crossbow. There we go. Okay, I just have to pick this lock and I'm done with the elite achievements before the hard achievements, which is funny. Okay, that took a minute for me to finish. Squeezing it out here, I'm about to get 117 herb lore. There it is. The next level I really care about is 118 because then I can qualify to make the Blessed Flask. I would be gathering the materials for the Blessed Flask already, but it's going to require me to have access to Prif in the first place, which is Plague's End, which is probably 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks out before I get to it. So it'll be nice to already qualify for it once I get into Prif, though. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that Wandering Gull quest now. I guess I just have to use the Ring of Visibility on the Ring of Stone, and then I guess there used to be a ton of requirements for this, but they just have him spawn when you do it. Can you read the Ancient Azara language? It's over. Okay, I'll meet you at the Fight Cauldron. Oh. The kazoo sound is pretty funny. That was deeply not worth it. Next up is Koschei's Troubles. Actually really annoyed that they even made that a mini quest. Just have it be like a thing that you can do. Don't have it actually be tracked as a mini quest. What the hell? Okay, I gotta talk to Thorvald the Warrior. Oh yeah, Koschei the Deathless. I forgot about that guy. Need my help? Where you fought him during your trial. Okay. Hey, what's up, man? Defend yourself. Something in the woods to the south of Relica. I can't explain it, but I feel that I must face it. Let's fight it together. It's a tree. A tree? Not scared of it. I fear nothing. I do. It said to bring Balmung, so I've got that with me. Okay, cut down the tree in his name. This one is the blossoming tree here. Oh, that's cool that you use Balmung for it. There's a chest in there. Show it to Koschei. Okay. Cut down the tree. You'll never guess what I found. It's a chest. Maybe you can guess. Oh, it responds to his presence. Toy ship? Koschei, hopefully this will reach out to you at the right time. Or which will reach you at the right time. You'll know in your bones if it is. There's a well in Relica. Okay. Just use it on this well here. Oh, that's kind of cool. I suppose it's a small jewel. Found a jewel. Attacked by a follower of Zamorak. Cut the jewel, crush the jewel, detect any curses. I guess I can do all of these, or does it matter? Bounce your action by turning blue. What the fuck? What? What? That's insane. Are they kidding? And he's got a really updated model. Because they're explaining why he's deathless. Hey, it's an Akra. This is interesting. I kind of just like that there was a deathless guy in the Fremetic village, but I guess they're going to make a character, a Majorat, as good as one as any to pick. Does this one have a bunch of Majorat stuff as back? Oh yeah, it actually does require Blood Runs Deep and Ritual of the Majorat. That's wild. Most impactful mini quest of all time. Okay. New improved Balmung and a lamp. I'm not going to give a ton of information about Koschei's troubles because it's just a mini quest, but it's really important. So in case you didn't want to watch the whole thing, here's the summary. Koschei, the Deathless, you know, the guy that you fight in the Fermentic Trials, is actually a Majorat. Okay. I think there's still stuff I can do. Access to additional rewards requiring 90 strength and 90 prayer. So I have to do those two things again, I guess. It's fine. About that jewel. May I have a look at the jewel. Can't leave this cavern. Okay, so we interact with it. Let's try... That makes it green. Okay. Have a look at the jewel. Covered another memory. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously this wasn't intended when they did the Fermentic Trials, right? To like retroactively turn him into an important Majorat is... It happens sometimes in media where you're like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if it just, you know, he was this character all along? But I tend to roll my eyes whenever a game's like, oh my god, this character was actually this person the whole time. Do they need to be? Okay, now I can try to crush it. I don't know how Balmung came to be. Okay. Is this that it? New memory, okay. Achievement complete. Koschei's cache. You erased your own memory. It was the only way to conceal myself from the other Majorat. Okay, well now I've got a blue Balmung, so that's kind of cool. It looks cool. It's too bad it's not relevant at all. That's the last quest before the world wakes. This, to me, is really the point when we're officially in RS3, or what you can call the modern RS3 era. EOC is out, and everything's going to change. So I vaguely kind of understand that this has something to do with the gods returning to Gielinor, since it says that in all the quest descriptions, right? Before or after the gods return to Gielinor. No idea what to expect. We'll see it next time. That concludes the episode. Next episode is going to be huge. It's just going to be the Grandmaster quest, The World Wakes. I could have and arguably should have done this quest whenever I wanted because it has no prerequisites, which is... Don't worry, there's going to be a video essay for me to talk about how much I hate that decision. But starting next week, we're definitely no longer in Kansas. We are all the way in Oz with the start of The World Wakes. I'm honestly looking forward to it. I've done all of what should have been its prerequisites at this point, so I've got all of the setup necessary to comprehend it. We'll get to it in a week. See you next time. Bye.